Shit. It's so hot in here. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Elias. I'm a photographer located here in Athens, Greece. And today we're talking about a slightly different experience from my usual photography ones. Basically, I went and photographed a protest. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about photographing a protest, but I can say for sure it was a really useful experience. So basically about a week ago, I guess, I don't remember exactly. Let's say about a week ago there was a protest here in Athens, Greece. I'm not going to talk about what it was about. I don't care about politics. I don't want to talk about politics in this channel. So yeah, let's just not talk about what the whole thing was. And let's just talk about the photography experience and how this made me a slightly better photographer from what I was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so the whole story was I went at downtown Athens. There was a really big protest going on. I think it was about 50,000 people. I'm not sure about the numbers. Don't really care also. So yeah, I thought to myself that this could be a really nice opportunity to shoot in a different environment and also at the same time use the knowledge that I have for different types of photography. Basically in a protest you can use the knowledge that you have from street photography, but you can also use the knowledge that you have from portrait photography in order to get all those facial expressions from all those different people that are protesting and have mixed feelings. Some of them are angry, some of them are, I don't know, passionate. Call it whatever you want. And yeah, as I said, it was a really good practice for my street photography as well, because the whole thing was happening in the streets. You know, I could use the different composition techniques that I learned, and basically I was trying to use all this knowledge that I have, which is not a lot to be honest, and try to tell the stories of what happened during this whole protest. And I think we got some nice images. You can correct me down below if you hated this whole thing that I took, but basically I think we got some really strong portraits. If you ask me, especially the one with this kid right here being so passionate about not even understanding what's happening. And yeah, I think I'm happy with the portraits that I got. I'm not sure, but anyways, so I also tried to shoot through things in order to highlight a person or a bigger group of persons. And I think some of my favorite pictures that day were created that way, especially this one with the woman being framed in front of the body of someone passing in front of my lens. And one really important thing that I tried to take pictures of was the flag, especially in front of the general building of our government. Yeah, I think by photographing the flags during a protest, you photograph a really strong and important tool for every protest. I don't care about what flag I photograph, but as long as it says the story, I have to photograph it. And yeah, you could argue that I could do a better composition, but in these types of scenarios, everything happens so fast. You don't really have the time to compose your image. That's not saying that I did everything by luck, but I didn't have enough time in order to really think through the images. I just saw something that I thought looked nice in the camera and tried to compose really quick photograph. So yeah, about the editing, I think the black and white really stands out in most of the pictures. That's why I decided to do a black and white version in most of these. Of course, I also did the color version in each of the shots, but personally I think the black and white stands out a little bit more, and I think it gives character to some of the images more than what the color does. Anyways, let's leave everything behind for a minute and let's talk about the negatives that come with shooting protests. This is basically your own safety and your gear safety, but most importantly, obviously, your own safety. Guys, it's really important to be prepared for everything when you go out there and shoot during those kinds of events. You never know when someone's going to snap from all these thousands of people and mistake you for someone else and try to attack you or hurt you or break your camera or your lenses or whatever. Be really careful, be always aware of your surroundings and be always ready to defend yourself. Some people might also mistake you for a reporter, and this also happened to me. Basically, during this protest, there were a lot of negative things said about those high-end reporters that are supposedly corrupted by the government, stuff like that. And I was there with my camera, and a group of people came to me and asked me if I was a reporter and what I was doing here. And I was like, and I felt a little bit threatened at the beginning, to be honest. But I joked about it. I told them it's just for my own usage. You can see my camera is small. I'm not a professional and stuff like that. And they quickly believed me. but they might not believe me the next time, you know? And if someone mistakes you for someone that they don't like, maybe your camera will break. And we don't want that to happen to us, especially when we're doing nothing wrong, guys. So be always prepared. You don't know when someone crazy will snap at you. But if you can leave behind these negatives and this risk that comes with taking photos at the protest, then I think that at the end of the day, it's a really good way in order to practice all your knowledge of photography in a different environment, and you can use all this different knowledge in order to create something different from what you are used to. You can also create really strong images during those kind of events and protests, images that tell stories, images that you are really proud of. And it's also a really nice way in order to escape this photography routine that most of us live in. And you know what I mean. Basically, when you shoot always the same thing, you get burnt out. You need a small change in your life, you need a small change in your photography passion. And I think that it might not be the best idea to photograph a protest due to safety reasons, but for sure you can get some really amazing and striking images during these kind of situations and really snap out of your photography routine, and that's for sure. Anyways, you guys, I have to stop the filming. The camera is about to stop recording in about 3 minutes. There is a heat wave striking Athens, and it's about 40 degrees Celsius right here. I have closed every window and every door, and even my fan that keeps me cool in order to have zero background noise. And yeah, I'm starting sweating really hard, and you don't want to see me like that. Anyways, this is where I'm going to leave you. I'm going for a quick shower in order to cool myself out. If you did enjoy the video, consider subscribing and liking the video. This really helps out for the YouTube algorithm. And as always, I really appreciate you guys that you choose to spend some of your time of your day in order to see my videos. This really means the world to me. So yeah, this is where I'm going to leave you. Take care, guys. Peace.